It doesn't matter it doesn't matter. Everything about you wants to take that baby and just keep it as your own. And I remember when the nurse was like, okay, well, we're going to go put him in another room for a little bit. And I'm like at the window. That's my boy. I loved him so much. And I thought there's no way that I could love another child like that. How could I have the same amount of love for my second as I do for my first? I love him so much. I'd give him everything. I'd give him my life. And then Gracie was born. And when that beautiful girl came out, it was just like my heart again just melted. And you see the second child, and you see the first child, and you see as parents that have had 2 or more children that you can love both children exactly the same, that your love for both is just overwhelming, yeah? And you see that, and I know we're a real small, finite example of that. Imagine the love of God he has for his billions and billions of children, each one being born, each one so wonderfully made. Look what God says about you in Psalm 139. Let's turn there. Psalm's in the middle of your Bible. And in Psalm 139, there's a picture of how God had formed us from day one. Look what he says in verse 13. For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, God. My soul knows it very well. My small frame was not hidden from you. When I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed substance. In your book were written, every one of them, the days that were formed for me, when as yet there wasn't even any of them. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of them. If I would count them, they are more than the sand. When I'm awake, I'm still with you, explaining that the love of God surrounds us, envelops us, and is unlimited. I see a love like that, and I look at my performance. I look at how I don't stack up. I look at the fact that I'm a flawed creature. I do have sin. And it's hard for me to get my brain around the fact that God can love this, that God can love me, that God could choose me. It even tells us in Romans, what's fascinating about this, you guys, is here in John 15. Okay, turn back to John 15. It says, as the Father's loved me, so have I loved you. Abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you'll abide in my love, just as I kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. These things I've spoken to you, that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be full. Look what he says. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. What that's saying is the word loved is past tense. He's saying love, present tense. I've already loved you. I loved you first. I was the forerunner in the love for you. I came ahead of time. And Romans tells us that while we were still sinners, while we were still stuck in our sin, denying God, saying no to God, people may be inviting you to church, or you might hear a Christian song and just that, and you might just say no, but God still loved you regardless of your defiance. In my disobedience, he still loved me. In my running from him, he still loved me. God loved me first. God loved you first.